Good evening. So, we are back again, this time to bring you an excellent evening deep within the depths of the Underdark. Instead of our very jaunty mouse guard, we'll be jumping into some D&D 5th edition, running back into the twisted depths that we are familiar to, or at least these players are familiar to. So, just hi guys, we're back on the forefront with Out of the Abyss No Party Mode. Let's just go ahead and give you guys an idea on exactly what that could entail. So, they came out with this book, called Out of the Abyss, and it's a fantastic adventure. But I noticed that I really wanted to take the non-playable characters that you started with, and I just really wanted to give them moments to shine. Because it very quickly, the game is a little brutal. Very quickly, people they drop dead left and right. I realized there's this wonderfully colorful cast. Let's give them to players. Let's see what happens when we give this this fantastic group, and we hand them off to a splendid cast. And that's what we've done right here. We have 4. And a few characters that are still non-playable characters, but are still doing their thing, ready to get back into what was a terrible bout. We'll go ahead and give you guys a recap, because Grazalax, our local mind flayer, Zemenzor was unfortunately a little absent last time, but we have some recap to give you guys. So here's what has been happening. The prisoners of Velkenvelve, a drow outpost, escaped, and they have been trying to find a safe haven within the Underdark. But unfortunately, that's become near impossible due to the incursion of demons that infest the land underneath the surface, and everywhere is driven mad by the effects of the demon lords, the princes of the abyss that have sort of exploded into our plane of existence, bringing with them literally madness. They stopped at Mantle Dareth, which is sort of a trades hub of all the factions that live underneath in the Underdark. That's the Drow, that's the Duergar, that's the Kuatoa, and, some trade with the Zhentarim, which are from the surface. But everybody there was driven insane by our particular gem. And after finding the gem, and rescuing Prince Darendel, who is a Quaggoth, but is actually an elf prince who got turned into a Quaggoth. That's the story we're sticking to. They got the help of a grasshopper-loving Kuatoa, and his boat. Oh my goodness, his name. What was his name? Why do I forget his name now of all times? Tell me!
Was it Ugalop?
Ugalop! Yeah, it was Ugalop. Ugalop being,
I was thinking hip-hop for some reason. His name is hip-hop.
Well, Grasshopper's hop. That's maybe if I had the zing, I could give you fancy rap. But instead, you guys sought out Neverlight Grove, which is a Myconid haven that Stool originated from. Well, it's where he calls home. He didn't originate from it. You guys learned that he instead came from this grand fungal forest, a place of intense decay and rot. And all of it is connected. It is a single-minded entity, almost godlike in its reach and grasp. Aramikos, the fungal forest, seemed to give almost some individuality to this little stool. And as you guys ventured, let's actually not be so intense. As you guys ventured down into this grove for these walkie-talkie mushrooms, you discover that they're basically two sovereigns. One who was foreign to this particular grove, and another who has always called this place home. You talked to Sovereign Philo and Sovereign Basidia. And after a while, it became clear something was very wrong in Neverlight Grove. They had a visitor, the hag that you all have been hunting. She had visited, as well as another entity before her, some unnamed, and often they ignored talking about this entity that had come and not left, as is to happen with travelers in Neverlight Grove. The Circle of Masters, who make their home near a great fungal tower, seem to invite all travelers there, but none seem to leave. You are another group who has been brought into the fold of this fungal trail. And quite almost immediately, it became obvious that we are in trouble. In the dim purple glow of the various stalks and rotting clumps of rot, you notice that there are bodies pressed against the tall and larger mushrooms that litter this landscape. Some of them are still alive. Some of them have risen and are dead and are attacking you, but they're almost invigorated by the mushrooms that now cake their body. And they are led by this creature, this sagging lump that was the hag at one point, but has now embraced the demonic influence of the fungal queen, Zekatamori. The hag now calls herself Yestabrod, and she's literally like a worm-like, misshapen blob of mushrooms sort of spiraling off of her body. And she is in dire straits. In this battle we have here, everybody has charged forth, trying to ward off the various creatures that have risen up to fight you, including hook horrors who have been completely converted. And Philo, who is right here, has also been trying to... Saberwolf. It's like 7 of those different... Oh my goodness! Well, thank you, Saberwolf. We really appreciate it. Welcome, guys, to the forefront. We're back with Out of the Abyss No Party Mode. Let's go ahead and get started. So first of all, Grazlax, I had your character sort of stay over here.
Okay.
And you have just basically been trying to give temporary hit points to your friends. Okay. This group of wanderers and adventurers who have some part to play in this. And you notice that Yestabrod has bodies on top of her. She's sort of like this husk of corpses, and sometimes she can send them out every turn or so to attack. There's also these purple square or turquoise squares. Those are clouds of spores. And you have to make a saving throw whenever you enter them. Now, luckily, Darendale got his, but Ront has not. I think Ront actually only has a few hit points left. There are lots of these myconid-ish corpses nearby. The red squares around the big circles are the corpses surrounding the mushroom trees. But there's also some clumps of them some farther off. And okay. That's really where we left off. All I know is that this right here is Yestabrod. This is Philo, the Sovereign, who led you guys here. And this is one of the hook horrors that is still thrashing about. And this is one of the corpses that has dragged itself off of her. And yeah, it's pretty, like, it comes off with this sickening slide, almost like a water slide, as it sort of is ripped out of the mossy fungus that sort of corrals around her. That's really what's happening. And I believe last time I unfortunately got my internet corrupted or something. I don't know what happened. But basically, we had to stop mid-fight right around the time when Big Mushy, who is the hook horror, was getting ready to attack. So let me go ahead and make 2 attacks against Darendelle and Turvey.
The big one was the one that I was controlling, right?
Were you controlling him?
Yeah, I had my psionic thing, and I don't think he'd made his save yet to stop being controlled.
That's true, but I think because he is a spore monster, I don't know if that'll work.
On.
Yeah. Is it charmed?
It is. I don't think so. It is some weird psionic bullshit. I need to look up what the power that I used last time was.
Actually, it's. I don't have psionic bullshit as my condition immunity, so we'll find out.
That's why it's psionic bullshit.
Let's see. The power is called Phantom Betrayal. Let me look at my big book of psionic bullshit.
A lot of bullshit.
I know. While he does that, how are you guys doing tonight? I hope you're doing great while we get this set up.
Alright, it is not a charm effect. Wait, actually, no, it is. Sorry, the creature is immune to this ability if it is immune to being charmed.
Alright. It shrugged it off, and it is now going to make some claw attacks. Well, hook attacks, really, because they're big, giant hooks. So here's what we'll do. Oh man, it's been forever since I rolled +3. Yep. Wait, why am I typing it out when I could just? Oh my goodness. Okay, so yeah.
5th edition.
The one that goes for Darendelle, this hulking Quaggoth, he's able to sort of move aside. Darendelle has always been quite adept at combat. But for Turvey, the were-rat, he catches a full chestful of this thick swipe. 2d6, okay. Oh no, this is gonna hurt, buddy. Oh, buddy.
I always feel bad when one of the two are hurt because they rely so much on each other.
Oh, buddy, that's 12. He's in rare rat form, so it gets reduced. But still, that's nasty. Ooh, okay. And there we are. Philo, since it is his turn. Oh yeah. He's gonna make a break. He's gonna make a break for it. He disengages.
Oh.
1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Just run straight ahead. And there he goes. Shushar, it's your turn, buddy.
Alright, let's see what the power of psionics is going to do.
Oh yeah. I wonder what it could do.
So which one of these hexagons is the witch? It's been a while since we've been back.
This one right here. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Let's see. Does this actually do what I think it does?
You're surprised I didn't put a were-mouse instead of a were-rat? Well,
Now that he said it.
I mean, Saberwolf, it's sort of a given that I would have some sort of rodent in a campaign.
Sure.
Considering. The real question is if I'm going to have some Gabkroon or not. Go ahead, Shushar.
For some psionic bullshit, I'm going to bring back an old classic, Psionic Blast. on the witch.
Oh! Go ahead. Does she have to make a save?
Nope, that's the one that doesn't get a saving throw.
Alright.
I'm going to spend 5 psi points for 5d8 damage. 18.
Okay. 18. That is a devastating blow. Oh, okay. So she is sort of. So this is the Psionic Blast.
Yeah, that's the purple light thing.
All right. So you sort of push out this purple light. Upon reaching her, it is a terrible sight. Her entire hulking mass ripples with what can only be described as agony as she begins to let out this low groan, her throat clogged with what you imagine to be, spores and all sorts of other gifts from Zuggatoboy. And
I'm
with
just gonna continue. I'm gonna move over here. I'm just gonna keep standing back here in the back.
Okay, so you move around. Okay. She's gonna, as a legendary action, go ahead and shrug off 1, 2. Yeah, she's gonna use 2 of her legendary actions to shrug off 2 of those guys.
I don't like it.
Darendel's turn. He's gonna
Go, Darendel.
He's gonna give some swipies. Let's see. He gets 2 attacks. I think only none of them hit.
Darendel.
Darendel, despite this caustic cloud of spores that surrounds him, he's still agile and he's still sort of growling and snarling at this immense hook horror. And unfortunately, his claws are just not finding purchase. He's only scraping off remnants of this creature's skin, flakes of flesh that have been converted into just soil for the mushrooms that just rip it, blah blah blah, all across his body. It's bad. It's the Mushy's turn. They go for Ront, they go for Darendel, and this one is going to push past here. And they're going to make attacks. There's 1, and there's 2, and there's a 3. Okay. So only the one that attacked Darendel is going to hit. But they are trying to break through. Sareth, you recognize these as drow. Beneath their horrific visage, they push forward. 3 damage.
Do any of these drow look familiar?
One of them does. One of them looks like a scout that used to be on that party of yours that went awry.
Same old drow lookalike?
Oh, shit! No. So the party that went awry was at the very, very beginning of this campaign.
Yeah.
Why I was in the prison was because I had killed off everybody in a scouting party. Something that I didn't remember, but apparently Sareth did.
Her name is Zanaya.
Okay.
And as she rushes towards Darendel, you can hear her throat, obviously clogged with stalks of tall, glowing spores, just screeching out in this hoarse voice. Kill me! Kill me! She's here! The lady of the cave! As she begins to slam her fists into Darendel, sort of ripping and tearing at his fur. And at that point, Yestabrod is going to use another legendary action to make these corpses explode. They burst. I need everybody here to make a dex save. Yeah.
I sure ain't good at those.
I mean, luckily. Oh wait, you might be in range. Oh yeah, you're in range. You're in range.
Oh no!
So, Grazlax, give me a dexterity saving throw.
Alright, first roll in a long time.
Oh, dang. Okay.
That's a scary number.
Alright, well, you're gonna take full damage.
No.
So is Darendelle.
Oh, no.
Okay, so you take 9 damage. This is poison damage. Darendelle also takes that, but everybody else takes only half. You need to make me a Constitution saving throw.
Ooh, can do.
Come on, you can do it, Lyles.
Can't be any worse than the dexterity.
Yeah, no, don't say that. Don't say that, because it could be.
It's like I already rolled a 2. What else could I do?
That'd be a
see,
one.
5, 9.
Sorry,
Ooh.
because of that update, my character sheet's all jacked up.
That's right.
I forgot
Ah.
about that.
I'm sorry.
Funny.
What are mystics proficient in as far as saving throws?
Intelligence and wisdom.
Those things.
That doesn't help me at all.
Can this be Grazlax's new voice, please?
Oh, that's slightly better. That's a 3 instead of a 2.
Oh
Yeah.
no, honey.
Okay.
I'm gonna slowly climb my way up to a natural 20.
So,
Yep, only like 16 more rolls until you get in that 20.
You got this.
Got it.
All right.
Am I poisoned?
Yeah, this stuff
Don't-
burns. It burns your tentacles and it burns your throat as you have a big mouth, buddy. So
My mouth hole.
Yeah, the benefit of lips is lost upon you, and
Dang it.
yeah, everybody still stands at the end of it, which is surprising. Let me make them have do saving throws. Oh wait, no. I only need 2, so.
And I didn't, just making sure I didn't need to do a dex saving throw, right?
No, you were far away.
Yes.
Okay. And it looks like we're all. Let me double check. Because Were Rats might have some bullshit. Just like Psionics. You never know, buddy. You never know.
Rat bullshit.
It is
Bullshit everywhere.
Stool's turn, but since we are still missing Mr. Kit Kat, I will have him cast some Cure Wounds.
Oh yeah, I'm not in the turn order, by the way. Or Grazlax isn't.
Oh no, you are. It's just your face.
Am I?
Yeah.
It might not be.
No, I just see Shusha.
No, you are.
Fish.
You're right after Topsy and Turvy, and you're fourth down.
Oh, well, I guess
Yeah.
my thing's all glitched.
Hmm.
Refreshing!
In that case, let me actually just insert you. Because what I think is going to happen is that we're going to have some people get out of the combat right now because they are not having a good time. Yo.
Can Sereth? I feel like Sereth is not having a good time during this combat. Can she just? All right, guys. We'll see you later.
Is that a thing that you are currently at?
No,
How sad. All right. Well, let me.
we're
get
not that
to-
bad yet.
Yeah. So Stool casts some Cure Wounds, but because I don't know what Cure Wounds does, I'm just gonna roll d10. Okay. So Ront gets 7 hit points back. Alrighty. Woo. Okay. So now it is Topsy and Turvy's turn. They are going to retreat, and
Don't die, guys.
oh yeah. So they're going to go down here. They're going to take 2 opportunity attacks. By the way, that explosion did not kill the monsters, the zombies. They're still alive. Their torsos just suddenly erupted. 1, 2. Okay. So the second one is a crit. So it is going to do 11 damage. Okay. Ugh. 11 damage to Turvy. She goes down.
Shit.
Yeah, Yeah, Turvy goes down. She remains where she is. Topsy, however, stays in the game. Okay. So yeah.
Damn it, twins.
The second twin, the were-rat, the female, Topsy, tries to pull away after that explosion and is just unable to... She's unable to just get out of the lunging drow that goes for her. Strangely enough, Turvy keeps going. He doesn't look back, oddly enough. Sort of like rubbing at his eyes and sort of like clutching his head. Grazalax, it is your turn.
Aha! Well, I need to do some temporary healing. Because that's all I'm good for.
Yeah.
Comforting aura. No. Alright. I will use 5 psi points to cast Soothing Presence. On Ront, Darendil, and I can't remember which one's which.
Oh gosh, who? Do you want to ping them?
Yeah,
Ront, the orc.
Ront, Darendil,
Yes.
and this one. So it'll be 15
Now,
temporary.
do temporary hit points bring back someone who is down to 0 and is unconscious?
I want to say no.
No.
Like,
Okay.
it's like it's been a while since I've looked at the rule for temporary hit points.
Temporary hit points is basically just damage reduction, but under a different name.
Yeah,
Gotcha. Alrighty.
and
Do you want to give
that's
them to someone else, maybe?
I will put it on myself then. One on myself, and then one on Darendil, and then another one on Stool because they're kind of close.
It's true. How many temporary hit points?
That will be 15
Wow!
Oh.
because I spent 5 side points. That's a
That
lot.
is juicy. Especially
Very
because
nice
they are the
habits.
frontliners of your team.
And I will use my Mind Thrust ability on one of these squishies over here,
Okay.
and it needs to make a intelligence saving throw.
They don't have good intelligence.
Now that's a fail, so I get a roll.
Fail. Oh no. Which
Or-
one, by the way?
The grape hexagon.
The grape? Okay. Alright, we'll go for the grape one. That's the drow, Zanaya,
And-
Sarah. Yeah, that's a big fail. Juicy!
Damage.
Ouch. Okay. That
And that.
will destroy her.
Yeah.
Yeah, after the explosion, you imagine that they still have some vitality to them, but not a lot. As you just, you imagine there's no good way of killing this thing. Even though, like, you're using like the power of your psionic abilities, you still feel like sickened at this thing's presence, at the presence of where you are. Just the rotten odor of this place and the horrors bursting forth are very unsettling.
Yeah, it's gross. It's like weird. What's it called? The Last of Us zombies.
Ront is going to make an attack, which hits, and he's using a great sword, so I think that's 2d6, which
Aha!
does a handy amount of damage. And because he felled an opponent, he's going to move towards Yestabrod with a free 30 movement.
Aha!
And he's going to not attack again, because you can only do that once.
Mhm.
Yestabrod is going to get all her legendary actions back. And then she is going to
Bring it.
bring it. You're all the way over there.
Not to me specifically. I was just talking in general. Yes, to Broad.
She's
I
going.
was just goofing.
Just
She's going to attempt to siphon health from the corpses on her back.
Oh.
She gets a total of 14 health back.
It's not fair.
And no, it's not. You see the whole mass on her humped back sort of rise, and you see two corpses just sort of slide off of her sides as she looks towards the rest of you and just sort of lets out this long call towards the intense purple glow further to the end of this cavern. And yeah, she begins to speak in Abyssal. Who can speak Abyssal?
Not I.
Me.
I think
If you
Wait.
can't, then you don't know what
Wait,
she's saying.
I should know Abyssal. But
You should? Do you?
yeah,
Do you?
my character sheet's all messed up. I'm sorry.
That's right. I keep
Yeah.
forgetting that. What background did you have? I think it was Hermit or Sage.
yeah, I think it was Hermit.
I think with Hermit you would be able to get like a language of your choice, which I think is appropriate for here if you like.
Yeah, because I want to say it was like Undercommon, some other things. Oh no.
Well,
I lost.
she raises a long, gaunt arm towards the tower and proclaims, "The fetid wedding. It's a shame. I can't see it. Make your dress, my queen. Wed the fungal forest and end this cycle."
Ew.
And she waits to see what Sereth does.
I'm mentally translating this for people.
Oh, great!
Oh,
That's
perfect.
actually a good job. That's great.
Yeah. Okay, so just to clarify, mushrooms coming out of Sereth's head,
Yeah.
those are from Zuggatamoy, but they haven't exploded yet because there's the Great Forest thing or something blocking it so it doesn't explode. Is that what's stopping it from exploding?
Basically, the fact that Stool has been melding with you with his spores, and because he is a part of the Great Forest around Mycos, he seems to have infected you with another strain of similar infection, and it seems to be sort of stifling, or at the very least, making it so that you don't succumb to this demonic influence that infests you currently. By the way, Grazalax, Stool melded with one of the other Myconids, the head of the Circle of Explorers, and he lost all individuality after the melding. And
He's just another mushroom.
he became a part of Aram Mycos after that happened. He rolled a natural 1.
Oh,
So
jeez. So he's not
He's
the same Stool we love, know and love.
oh no, Stool is
Oh, Stool is, but Philo.
not Philo.
No.
This is actually Reshiram.
His old friend.
Yeah, Reshiram was his old friend of the Circle of Explorers, who offered to meld to get the experiences and sort of let Stool know what was going on while he was away.
Oh, okay.
And
Oh, okay.
now he sort of is following like a zombie behind Stool, sort of like waiting for his commands.
It's pretty
Feels
depressing.
Yeah.
Feels bad, man. All right.
You know
Just-
that
That
Stool
it's just
feels
something
bad
you should be
too.
aware of. But
Feels
yeah,
bad.
yo,
Feels bad.
it's pretty bad. Sereth, what would you like to do?
Okay. So, let's see. 15, 20, 25. Oh, yeah. So, just to make sure, this is Yistabrod, right?
Yes, this is the hag, the third sister.
Okay, third sister. I am going to cast Eldritch Blast on her. Does 13 hit?
Let me check. No, it does not.
Damn it. So, I cast that. It goes
Wide.
wide. Yeah,
she's
I think
low to the ground.
She's low to the ground and-
around.
I'm also very distracted by the fact that I just saw what's her name? Zanaya, thank you. Who I haven't seen since I thought I killed her and the entire thing. So Sereth is a little
Need to keep
Confused.
A big book of unpronounceable names.
Oh yes. Oh yes.
Why does everyone have complicated names?
like the Prince of Deception. I have that written down right here. And I have it Frazzle Blue.
Frazzle.
Razzle Blue, what?
Frazzle Glue. Yes. Anyway, go on.
Oh boy.
And then, yeah, I don't really have anything else to do.
Okay.
I'm gonna just stay here.
You're just gonna hang out?
I'm just gonna hang out.
Do you want to move at all or no?
Wait, is this the head guy? What's his name?
Who is the head guy?
Not the head guy. Up here.
Oh
The
gosh,
orange
Philo.
dot.
Yes, he is
Thank you.
racing towards that large mushroom tower that is the source of this fierce glow in this cavern.
Okay, I'm gonna try to head him up. I'm gonna go this way.
Okay.
So I'll be. Let's see. I'll go right here. Let's go right here. Hey, what's up, Grazlox?
He mentally gives her a high five.
Boom!
Boom. And Philo continues his jaunt. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, and he gets out of the map. Big Mushy again takes 2 swipes, both of them aimed at Darendelle. 1 and 2, both hit. That's rough, but okay. Ooh, 20 damage. Okay. Darendelle takes 20 damage as both hooks pincer between his torso, and he lets out a fierce growl as he sort of begins to try to like shove them away as it tries to like lift him up off the ground and sort of slam him into the trunk of this mushroom tree, trying to just beat him senseless while it's got him like sort of scissored between its hooks. Shushar, it is your turn.
Alright, so how far off the map is Philo?
Not even off the map.
I think he's right now. Yeah, what's that?
shit.
75 feet.
Alright, that's not far enough. He needs to make a strength saving throw.
Strength?
Yes.
It's not great. I think Myconids get like a +2 to strength.
That, I believe, yep, that is still a failure.
Oh man, what happened? What are you doing to me?
A big purple hammer of force appears on the other side of him, and it's gonna knock him back towards us.
How many feet?
He gets knocked 10 feet back, and he takes this much damage. 3 whole damage.
3 whole damage. All right.
Holy.
Oh boy!
And I am going to follow Sereth's lead. I am going to start moving over this way to cut him off more.
Alright. And it's Darendel's turn, and Darendel going to do his usual d20 swipe.
Come on.
1 critical hit.
Jeez.
Alrighty.
Oh, there we go.
So he gets
Alright.
to get 2. He gets 12 added to this automatically for the first hit, which he'll need. So 8, 20 damage on the hook horror. Okay, and then he also hit for the second one. So that is a 1 and a 2, 9, 12 damage.
All right.
Alright, so that is a devastating series of blows
Good.
that send this immense hook horror into a spasm of death, almost. It's
Spasm of death.
a spasm of death is the only way I can describe it, as both of these hulking figures wrestle inside this spore cloud, and you can see that as it's sort of got him sort of pinned between its 2 hooks, you can see blood is flying from both of them as Darendel finally swipes his claws, and one of them catches the hook horror on its lower beak, and the softened, decaying flesh just comes off. And the second one goes through its skull, and you see the softened bone just splatter along the soft ground beneath you, and it is dead. But the mushies are going to attack, and at the end of his turn, the last one that Yestabrod has on her person crawls off.
Mm-hmm.
And it is going to attack Ront, and the other one is going to attack Darendel.
Oh.
Aha!
So the one that tries to go for Ront, its legs aren't working. Its legs have rotted off, and the other one is just it's trying to catch up with all of Darendel's feats of strength. Fortunately, it's not able to help. But Stool going to cast Cure Wounds on the unconscious gnome, and the deep gnome survives, at least for now.
Bloop, 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 bloop.
Bloop, bloop, bloop. And she
Good.
runs. She's no thank you. Back to were rat form. She is able to use her movement to get over here. Her brother goes as well, but he's able to get a little farther, and they hide over here.
Good.
And Grazalax, it is your turn again.
Well, hooey! I really should speak like that from now on. That'd be awesome.
Well, hold on, everybody. I got some psionic bullshit to help you.
Yeah.
Perfect
Yeah, yo.
good voice.
Yay, yay.
Go.
Alright. I'm going to cast Mind Thrust on what's her name?
Yestabrod.
Yestabrod. She has to make an intelligence saving throw.
She actually has some
Which
of
he
that.
fails.
Ah, no! Ah!
Sorry, it only did 7 damage.
7 damage.
7 damage is 7 damage.
It's pretty devastating, let's be honest. You feel, although her faith in Zugatamoy is emboldening this effort to continuously wear you down, her flesh is soft. And more so, her mind is frayed from the influence of Zugatamoy, as well as just the fact there are mushrooms growing out of it.
Yeah.
You can feel her eyes rolling into the back of her head as you seize this frail brain, start to try to squeeze the life out of it. But still, she lives.
Alright, and I'm going to use some of my movement to kind of get back.
All right. Ront, following his unfortunate habit of hitting really good and then not hitting for 12 sessions. He's not. No. His greatsword is going wide. You notice, Sereth, that he also has a lot of spores, sort of like foaming around his face and his body. He took a big blast from not only the corpse but this cloud right here.
Okay.
And Yestabrod, it is her turn. She gets actions again. She's gonna make the corpse over here explode. Ront needs to make... He fails.
No, run!
He fails.
He was so confident with that.
I
one
know,
that he
right?
rolled.
I'm still really proud of him because he only takes
Yes.
3 damage.
Okay, there we go. Thank you, Rob.
And he still has all of his temporary hit points, which is really impressive.
Yeah, alright.
Haha.
I see you, Rob.
And now that she has the rest of her turn, she's going to try to move up here into this cloud. In doing so, she regains 8 hit points.
Oof. Bitch.
It's the battlefield she's got. Sereth, it is your turn.
Okay. I'm gonna try that Eldritch Blast again.
Eldritch Blast. Okay.
Eldritch Blast! So always imagine if D&D was an anime.
I want it to be like, oh yeah, that's what
Okay.
we're talking about. Here we go. So
I've got 2 invocations that I'm gonna use. I can't use 2 invocations, right?
Well, invocations are like something that you like pick during your when you level up.
Yeah, but can I use 2 at a time?
Can you apply 2 to one Eldritch Blast? Let me see. I have the player's handbook.
Warlock.
It should.
I mean, I won't contend because that's a really awesome roll. It depends on what you want to do.
Okay, so for the first one, when I hit, I am going to move the creature in a straight line 10 feet closer to myself,
Ah!
to Sereth.
So that's
And then also, when I hit a creature with my blast, I can also cast Fireball as a bonus action using a Warlock spell slot.
And yes,
So-
I just checked. It is allowed.
it is allowed. Okay.
Okay. So, let's see. You got 10 damage,
That's
but
pretty.
I also am going to use a bonus action to cast Firebolt for 12.
You missed just by 1.
No.
Wait, level 5 doesn't Eldritch Blast like don't you be able to like shoot it twice?
I'm not sure. Warlocks are. I've never played one.
I will check that out. You can continue.
You might want to check that.
Well,
Yeah.
I
Philo
actually got my
runs away.
handbook.
Philo runs away. By the way, he dashes and is off the map. He
Oh,
goes.
Yeah.
Yes. Starting at 5th level, you fire 2 beams when you fire Eldritch Blast.
Do you have to roll for both?
Yes.
Get
Oh.
to attack again.
Oh, is that what the 2 are for? No. Wait, so can I do it?
So like it's 2 separate blasts. It's basically just like 2
so
ranged attacks.
you just cast
You
it
get to do
twice.
Eldritch Blast again.
Yeah, so you get to
Okay.
try to hit
For the price
again,
of 1.
All right then. 15.
and that hits. Go ahead.
Yeah.
And damage.
6 damage.
6 damage.
Ah,
I mean that's
Alright.
not bad. 16 damage with the
Alright.
cantrip. It's not bad.
I see you. Eldritch Blast. Thank you for letting me know that, because I totally did not know that.
All right, so
Yeah.
you send out these 2 arcs of arcane energy from your very fierce-looking hands, and they spark along her back, searing the mushroom and hag flesh, and it really just does a number on her. And she goes still. but begins to let out one last sort of throaty chuckle. You cannot end a bridesmaid so easily.
Lady, I don't know
I
what
will
you think
see
this
that
is.
wedding. I will witness this glory, and I will see it spread. And at the end of your turn,
No.
she uses all of her legendary actions with 1 hit point left to summon a cluster that you previously thought was simply a lot of a clump of the mushrooms and whatnot, just sort of like a big healthy ring. It just sort of heaves forward and another Hakor emerges.
Whale yaks.
Damn it.
And now that Philo is he is out of your reach. He has fled to the tower in the distance.
We eventually have to get up there. Okay.
Big Mushy is going to run over and attack Grunt with 2. And he hits for the first one. Does a total of 11 damage. He still has some temporary hit points, though. Okay,
Oh.
okay. So, it is your turn, Shushar. What do you do?
Okay.
I have fungus bullshit.
You have a lot
I
of
can-
fungus bullshit
I
on
have
this
so much
one.
fungus bullshit.
Oh god.
Grant's not doing too well, right?
Actually, he's doing better than ever. He has almost
Oh.
full hit points, and he has 1 temporary hit point left.
Haha.
But the Hakor did just do 10 damage in 1 strike.
Yeah, that hook horror isn't very nice. I'm gonna kill it.
I like how you can just say
Probably.
that with full confidence.
Yeah,
And it's probably true. Like,
Gonna spend 5 psi points on a psionic blast because it's the most bullshit thing I can do.
I mean, I'm a big fan of Psionic I use a different one. I think it's Psionic Weapon or something like that. I know the purpose. You're just gonna roll so much bullshit damage.
Yeah, I'm just gonna point my fingers at him. Little purple beams of that's a lot of purple light.
Yeah, and that
Gonna light him up.
You really needed to do that. Well done. Your god of psionics is upon you, and you desire to show this fungal queen. You have the great audacity to crash her wedding, and the purple light sears the surface of this Hakor, and it roils back, sort of squealing terribly as pieces of it start to flake off, and this horrid burning stench begins to fill the cavern. Darren, do you move at all?
Sure, I'll move a bit. I'll just do.
I'll just move this way a little bit. All hail psionics.
I know, right?
Oh,
After this, Sareth might really be like, hey, I know you've been talking a lot about the psionics bullshit. But really, you should tell me what the psionics is about.
It's about dealing 30 damage with no saving throw.
It's so insane.
So what I'm going to do is you see Darendale's claws become alight with purple flame as he strikes once and then twice. That second hit takes Yestabrod's life as it buries into her back. He leaps over the zombie that is covered in fungus and sort of lands at the back of Yestabrod's back, and unable to get the first one where he wants, but he sort of uses his might to pull himself over her and just start just digging his claws and just letting out these like harsh, very animalistic snarls as he just carves her neck, her engorged back, and her head into paste as he just claws it and is relentless in this act. And she is totally deadzo.
Well, gosh darn.
She did.
And the mushies, which is what I'm calling, they attack. They do not attack well, and Stool is going to... What does Stool do? I think I'll just keep having him heal.
Healbot.
Yeah, I think I'll just heal Darendelle for... Show me! Oh, I already did it. Oh, okay. So just 4. It's just a little bit. Topsy and Turvy, they're still hiding. Grazalax, it is your turn.
Alright.
Alright.
Is this Hook Horror dead?
No! Well, yes, but no! It once was dead, but is now...
I mean, is it undead?
Strangely not.
Okay.
That is not its classification.
I will mind thrust it to finish it off. Needs to make an intelligence saving throw.
I don't think it's very intelligent.
Haha, just failed. The save's 14.
Well, alright.
11 psych damage.
11! Not bad. Actually, see
Hopefully it's enough to kill it.
Nope.
Oh.
And then I will bonus action to give more temporary hit points out. I'm going to spend 3 psi points to give 9 temp hit points to Darendelle, Ront, and myself, just in case.
Alright, so 9. Where are you, Darendelle? 9. Okay. And then... To yourself. Okay. So... is your Mind Blast more like you sort of reach into its mind and just like, rawr? Or do you like... how do you describe your mental blasts? Because I feel like... psionics, it can do both, really, but really, how does Grazalax sort of use his psionic blast in this case? Is it like a shatter of telekinetic power, or?
It's more of like I imagine it as like basically causing an aneurysm in his opponents, and depending on how lethal it is.
Nicely. Oh my goodness.
It can go either way from like just like, that really hurt as a headache. Like, I felt like I got punched in the brain.
I can imagine.
Like, oh no.
If you got
I'm slipping into a stroke. Yeah.
Oh! Quick, start coughing. No, that's heart attacks. I don't know what to do in that opportunity.
With a stroke.
With the stroke, what do you do?
You just call 911. There's not really anything you can do because you'll feel like one side of your face going. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh!
It's like
You just gotta look for the signs.
Okay.
Apparently you smell pancakes.
Well,
I've never heard of that.
I don't know. I'm making that up.
I mean, hey, it's D&D. We can make it. No, we can't. The Hook Horror writhes in unseen pain. We'll say
syrupy pain.
In syrupy pain. Yes. Ron,
as his brain becomes maple syrup.
Opportunity to roll. Okay. And Great Sword does well away with this guy. He's been on his back for a while. Yestabrod is gone. We don't need her anymore. Sereth, it is your turn. The Hook Horror sort of steps on its hind legs, back for a moment, trying to reel away from whatever is causing this intense pain, letting out this very sharp with its beak just clacking furiously, waving its big hooks just wildly. It's going bonkers, yo.
Bonkers, yo. Okay, so I'm gonna cast Shatter.
Shatter.
Yes. We're gonna do that. And it's gotta... No, what did I do? Where are you?
Where? Oh no, was it the update?
No, I won't... I think I... Wait, just a second. I think I got this. Yes,
Darn, you
level
rolled
2,
20
submit.
update.
I keep submitting it, but it's not, like, doing
Do
the
you,
thing that I needed to do.
Do you know which
Here,
dice
just
you have to roll?
I will in a
Shatter
second.
is a saving throw.
Yeah, 14.
What kind?
It is unless that was me. Was that...
It
That
is
was
a
me just now.
Constitution
Damn it.
saving throw.
Constitution.
Constitution? Yeah.
No, that doesn't work.
It doesn't work?
No,
Wait.
doesn't.
When you say it doesn't work, that means that it does not hit.
No, I just rolled a saving throw. I got a 6.
Oh, fuck yeah. Well, I'm gonna do 3d8 damage.
3d8?
3d8.
Shit. That is disgusting.
I know, I love it.
It actually would have been 8. Does that change anything?
No, I'm not that sorry, actually.
Oh, but look at it. It's just this big chubby bird, and it's just like.
Stop making me feel bad for the core.
Its
It's
eye sockets are like gone. Its brow is completely covered in like mushrooms.
It's got the word horror in its name. Like,
It's
don't
a
feel
horror.
too bad.
It's horrific.
I'm sure it's just a grown creature who can make his or her own choices. No need to call it names.
It's no time for this PC. Like, this political stuff. We gotta kill these things.
Okay.
We gotta save the Underdark.
Yeah, I still got a
The
demon
underhook.
lord.
The Underhook.
The underhook.
Underhood.
Oh my goodness.
Well, there goes
Or
the
my-
Underhood.
Speaking of underhook, it is going to grow tired of the two beefcakes, and it's going to instead push forward to attack you, Shushar. Darendel gets a swipe at it. He fails. And it is going to make 2 attacks against you, Shushar. One of them
Okay.
hits. The other one,
It's a natural one.
yeah, I'm gonna say the other one. Actually, the other one is so rotted away, its other like hook, that it just literally slams against the ground and just collapses in this like decaying heap. Why did I do that again? Okay, so there we
He's
go.
making 4 attacks.
I forgot the hook actually gets hot.
No. We have to do the whole fight over again, you guys. Sorry.
Let me just. So you take 10 damage, Shushar, as the one hook sort of just catches against your robe, and you feel, although it's probably not like. It's not gonna kill
I
you.
still had 9 temporary hit points. I never got hit.
You feel a prickle. Because you still take 1 point of damage, I think.
Oh no.
And the thing is rather upset. What do you do?
Oh, okay. It needs to make a strength saving throw. I don't like it.
I feel
He's
like
gonna kill it, is what's gonna happen.
6!
That's a failure, and I just remember that now that I'm level 5, it's 2d6, not 1d6.
Haha.
Let's see if you get lucky.
8 points of damage, and I'm gonna throw it 10 feet away from me because I don't like it.
Okay. Now,
I got a long way.
which direction?
Straight back away from me.
10. Do you want an opportunity attack?
Sure.
Okay.
I have no weapon. Let's
No.
do this.
Let's do this. Go ahead and roll to attack.
That is a 1d20 plus 0.
Yeah.
Alright.
What?
This is 17 hit.
17 hits. Go ahead and give it a belly bash.
That's 1 point of damage.
Aren't fists 1d4?
No.
Only if you take a feat to increase it to 1d4. Normally, you deal damage equal to just your strength modifier. Which
Aw.
mine is plus 0, which means I do 1 damage minimum.
Oh man, you just sort of give it like.
I just flick it
Yeah.
as I'm sending it away.
Go away!
Get out of here, you! And I'm going to move backwards.
Alrighty. Yeah, get the movement going. Darendelle, gonna take this one creature. Does that hit? It does hit.
Oh.
And yeah, okay, so he completely takes that exploded corpse out. You guys went through all of Yestabrod's corpses. I was impressed. Of course, she had plenty from, all around here surrounding you, but and he's going to move up to intercede with this creature. Mushies are gone. Stool, it is his turn. Let's see what Stool can do. I feel like he's ready to cast a spell.
Is Topsy still dying over there?
No. Stool cast a spell to save her.
Okay.
What spell, Stool? What does Flameblade do? I forget. I really like
It's a
Flameblade.
little fire sword.
Oh, okay, so he just needs to make a melee attack. Does he have enough? He has enough. He can run for it. And he just needs to roll to hit.
Is he even affected by the spores since he's a mushroom?
He's not affected by the spores, surprisingly. Or maybe not surprisingly.
Not surprisingly.
Sure.
What is
He's
his
a mushroom, but
modifier?
he's-
Spell attack, so it's plus his wisdom plus his proficiency bonus. I think that's a plus 5, because I think he has plus 2 to wisdom.
Oh, that is so good. Otherwise, yeah, he hits just by a margin.
Yes.
And you see he has grown those little limbs, and he sort of rushes forward, summoning this flame, this flickering ember that just alights into a long, sickening blade that he just buries into the creature's side. And he just rends it through with his clumsy mushroom limbs, and it again lets out this horrible chortle as it falls to its knees, then its hooks, and then onto its stomach, lying dead before you,
Yeah.
along with every other terribly deceased creature in this grove.
Gross.
Shit.
What do you do?
I'm immediately gonna start going towards that stupid mushroom tower. Because because there's some no good shenanigans happening in there.
All right.
to the Mushroom Tower.
Mushroom tower?
Yes,
We must
I am
go.
looking forward to annihilating those cowards.
Topsy and Turvy do not return.
I yelled back, "Bye, Topsy Turvy. We'll be right back." No, I
Okay.
can't do that.
Ront, however, is ecstatic at this. You see that he his green flesh is sort of flush with just the hot running blood that has sort of worked him up. It's like, yeah, let's get over there. Let's get him. Let's show him. Sarah, perception check.
Character sheet. Where did I put you?
Where did you go?
There, no. Load, thank you. Perception. What do I perceive?
You have to roll.
What do my elf drow eyes see?
Everything. 20.
20.
You see that Ront as he sort of walks through the spore cloud, his thick, heavy brow is laden with what looks like boils.
Oh shit! Hey, Ron, get out of the cloud. Ron,
What?
get out of the cloud.
I am out of the cloud. I'm
Is he out of the spore cloud? Is he not?
He is, and he sneezes.
Okay.
Ugh.
Ron,
yeah. You feel good, Seraph? You feeling? This is
no,
good
come,
fight.
actually, no,
This is a
come
good
here.
fight.
I walk towards him, and I'm gonna like look closer at these boils.
Okay.
Do they look like the boils that I had while I was in the prison?
With a 20 perception, yes.
Okay, and then I turn to the rest of the group. Who walked through the spore clouds? Anybody else?
Darendor raises a hand while he's in the spore cloud.
Darendale, come here.
What?
Come here. I need to check something. Out of the cloud. Out of the cloud.
Oh, okay.
And he sort of like lumbers out of the cloud, his big like forearms like dragging on the floor.
And he just says, What? Did I get something in my hair?
I'm going to go up and I'm going to kind of try to get his fur around to see if there's any kind of.
It's like
Well,
looking
it's
for
just-
ticks in
Yeah.
your dog. And
Just stay still, Darendale.
and he doesn't like it. I'm like maybe I have to get a pill pocket or something. I don't know. But he does not actually have any of the he's coated in like spores. He's doused in them, but
Yeah.
he doesn't seem to be. He doesn't have any blemishes.
Huh.
Seems that the spores have embedded themselves into you, Ront. Gazlax just kind of mentally says.
Okay. And Ront just sort of
Oh,
like gives you this query look. He doesn't seem to understand.
I point towards my head.
Well, that's no problem. She's doing fine.
Yes, if you didn't want to get infected with potentially deadly spores, you shouldn't have walked into a spore cloud.
I did it! It exploded!
I just want you to be aware if your head starts sprouting mushrooms, that's probably why. I suggest that you maybe talk to Stool.
I just realized I have to give them madness.
Oh shit.
Madness for Ront and madness for somebody else.
In 6 madnesses.
Oh shit.
Okay.
His face.
Okay. He gives you a nod, and he says,
Well, listen, it's not a problem right now. The problem is where I can bury this. I prefer it in whatever's in that tower.
and he just starts.
We're gonna get him. We're gonna get him, you and I, okay? Get him. We got this,
Okay.
alright?
Yes. Yes, we're going to get them. I just Stool, would you mind just having a tiny conversation? Doesn't matter, talk about the weather to Darendale over here.
Yeah. Are you sure you want me to do that? I mean,
I mean, I think it helped me. My head's not exploding.
well, I've been doing it this whole time. You feel like I would have taken root or something like that.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess it doesn't really. All right, Ron, let's go kill some stuff.
All right.
Stool, you doing okay?
I mean, it's my home. And look what I did to Reshiram. Even if we do save this place, I can't stay. Because what's gonna happen when, I meld with them?
I'm sorry.
Like, I don't want to feel like an outsider anymore.
Yeah. All right, well, one step at a time. For right now, we're gonna go see what's going on in that tower, and then we can see what happens. Okay? Okay? Come on, we got this!
So he starts like running with his like, little flame blade. All of you can hear this like tiny shrill. Ah!
Also, be careful. I don't know. Wait, did Zugatomoy want to marry Stool or just the forest?
Aram Mykos.
Or Aramikos?
Aram Mykos, yes, she wants to marry it.
Okay, I guess we're gonna go crash a wedding.
Indeed.
Okay.
Everybody else feeling good?
Yes.
Darendelle sort of gives a thumbs up.
I'm a little worried about Topsy and Turvy. They're not back yet.
At this point, I really do call for Topsy and Turvy. Do I hear anything in response?
Not at first, but then you sort of hear their tiny rat voices sort of arguing. But they're out of range of the telepathic spores, so you can't really understand what they're saying.
Okay, really quick. Just to make sure, I'm gonna run over and see what's going on.
Okay. You
Like-
see... oh, what?
Sereth, we're doing this bit while a ritual's going on in that tower.
You guys can go ahead, I'll catch up.
Yes, I doubt that we need any of them. Let's just go.
Oh wait, did you take damage?
Me?
No, sure. You need to make a saving throw.
Okay, yeah, I took 1 damage during that
You
fight.
did take 1 damage.
What kind of saving throw?
The usual wisdom saving throw.
Oh.
You have
Wait,
to...
I'm already the negative violent one, but
It's I guess it's in your court. You can still stay as the destructive god of psionics.
yeah.
Okay.
Too sure's already trying some things. He didn't get to finish off that witch or that mushroom guy.
That's true. You still want to show that sovereign Philo what a real sovereign of psionics is capable of. And Sereth, as they sort of start to head away, you turn and you see that the two twins are behind one of the mushroom trees, one of the big zirkwoods, and you see Turvy is sort of trying to like gesture really sharply to his sister, almost to like keep her away, and she's trying to like talk to him, trying to like communicate, and the only thing that you can really get out of it is because I think because now that you're away from Stool, you don't have the telepathic spores. They're not speaking Undercommon, they're speaking Gnomish.
Topsy, Turvy.
And they both look at you, Turvy with a start, and then he sort of points to her and starts speaking in like strange.
I don't speak gnome. Common? Undercommon?
Yeah. And he speaks Undercommon. And he says, she's infected. She's dead. She's walking around. She's dead.
Who is?
My sister's dead. It's her corpse. It's walking around. And
I go up and I look at it.
Topsy looks at you with wide, wet eyes, and you see that she's shaking her head. She's just mouthing the word no, because otherwise a sob will break out.
Yeah. Okay, I turn towards Turvy, I turn towards Turvy, I'm like, okay, Turvy, look at me. He's still, like...
Now he gets behind you. And
Okay.
just sort of, like gets behind you because he's seen you do cool shit when fungus zombies attack.
Yeah. Okay. So, and I turn towards him, and, well, first I turn to Topsy, I'm like, give me 1 second, okay? So I turn over, like, okay, so are you seeing any other weird things besides Topsy walking around?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Okay.
They're screaming. All the corpses.
Oh
I don't know
no.
why. We woke them up when we were battling.
The corpses. So the corpses are walking.
No, they're screaming. She's walking. She's dead.
Okay. Okay. Here's what I need you to do. I've heard that if you are very, very quiet and you stay very, very still, hopefully the corpses will either be quiet, or if they keep screaming, they won't know where you are. Okay?
Make a deception check.
Deception?
Yeah.
I'm trying to just make him not do anything crazy at this point.
Ooh.
Oh shit. I don't like this. Oh
Hey!
god,
Well, hallelujah.
He sort of looks up to you, and like it makes sense. Like they're too preoccupied with their torment. Why would you just Yeah. And he sort of nods, very very sharply. And you see that his dark gray skin has these orange blotches just covered all along his brow.
26. Shit. Okay. So what I need you to do is I need you to stay calm. I need you to stay here. And I need you to just keep calm, because we're going to go and we're going to take care of it. We're going to stop the unnatural stuff like the corpse screaming.
Uh-huh.
And it's all going to be over very, very soon. But I know it's crazy right now. But for right now, you can do this, okay?
Okay. You're gonna be okay, right?
I'm gonna be okay, okay? And you're gonna be okay, right?
Yeah. And you see he very quickly shifts into a were-rat and just sort of crouches by the Zorka tree, puts his hands over his ears, and just bumps his head against it.
Okay. Okay, and then I'm gonna go over to Turvy and be like, okay, so your brother, I think, is infected. We're gonna go deal with the stuff going on upstairs with the ritual. Hopefully it will eventually go away. But for right now, he's for some reason hallucinating that you're dead. I think it's going to make it worse if you go over and try to talk to him. So you can either stay here and keep an eye on him, or you can come with us. It's your call.
And you can see she's clearly conflicted. But she picks up one of the short swords that he would be using. But she picks it up now. And she looks around and says, "No, I've got to put an end to this.
Are you sure?
She's hurt him. Whoever this bitch is. She's
Okay.
hurt the only family I've got."
All right. Okay. Let's go. He'll be okay here. I told him to just stay here and not to listen to the voices.
Uh-huh.
We'll come and get him after we're done, okay?
Okay. He'll be fine.
Okay.
He'll be
Yes. Okay, let's go.
fine. Alright, and she joins you.
Oh, these poor twins. Holy shit.
And the lot of you descend towards the tower. The tower is massive. It is daunting. And the glow that it gives off is almost blinding to some of you. At the very precipice, at the big cap that sits atop it, is that iridescent shimmer that fills the entire cavern. And you see that this cavern keeps going. It goes further, further, further out. And Sarah, you see in the distance the immensity that the fungal forest Aram Mykos can give. You see The same thing you saw in your vision so long ago. A skull, riddled in fungus, rot, mushrooms of all types colliding against the bone using it. The skull of a titan, of some immense creature, long dead. Far away, like several miles out, but just the fact that the mushrooms that riddle this place are almost arcane in nature, or rather, so varied. They have this glow that just lights the way. A long journey is away in this immense cavern. But right now, you see in front of you that tower, and the doors are open. And you see Sovereign Philo coming out and sort of waving to all of you.
Well, don't wait! Come on, we need the reception.
We need to get the reception going.
We can't do that without wedding guests.
The train's almost done. You should see her dress, my goodness. And he leaves. He goes inside.
Okay.
And then you hear him squeal in delight.
How are we gonna stop this? Does anybody have any ideas? Cause
We can find a way to see if we can't destroy this tower.
I'm not sure that's gonna destroy Zuggatamoy or this forest. And at this point, you can tell Sereth is kind of grasping the immensity that at least the Great Forest of Aramikos has. It's just so much above her level of comprehending. She's just, there's absolutely no way we can do this. We're all gonna die. It's how it's gonna be.
We don't seem to have much of a choice here.
I will say, Sereth, your stalks, they're almost vibrating with infernal power at this point. You feel more at home here than you ever did in Mezzobaranza. Or Velkenveld, for that matter.
What we have here is, from what I understand out of character, is that it's like a marriage between pretty much two demons that's going to be happening.
One incredibly powerful demon.
Okay.
And one entity that defies explanation.
Okay.
The only thing you know about Aramikos really is that any Myconid who melds with the fungal forest becomes a part of it.
So,
it is
what it seems.
It is massive, and it is something of great power.
And we know that this is where the wedding's being held.
Seems, or at least in the distance, you see where a focal point of the marriage could happen.
Okay.
You don't know what entails the wedding. Whatever this fetid wedding needs or requires, but you have been invited, it seems, to the reception. Or the rehearsal, is what I meant to say.
Okay. I was like, the reception? Has the wedding already happened?
That probably came out wrong. Oops a daisy. I've been to 3 weddings, I should know this by now. It's a rehearsal.
I haven't been to a wedding at all, but no, it's fine.
Well, that's why we play D&D, so we can pretend. You can come to
okay.
this wedding.
Let's check out this rehearsal thing.
Hey!
No. Well, we can see how the rehearsal goes and see if we can investigate anything to possibly banish or purify. whatever's happening here.
I don't see why we can't just face this head on. I surely have enough power to just... whoosh.
Squish.
You shouldn't
Ron-
mistake your power for their power. They seem to be a higher form of, from what I understand, mixture between infernal magic and something else. Something that's not yet discovered.
Why are we fighting again? Why are we fighting this?
Because if this spreads, this could affect the whole Underdark. And eventually the whole world.
And
So?
we were sent, if you will recall, we were sent to kill this hag. That was our original task, to kill the other hags.
Actually, yeah, I forgot, because Stool's not here. Stool can ingrain himself into her head and sort of take her memories. But he's
Oh, yeah.
wary of that because she's infected, obviously.
Right. It's,
But
with
why?
most, it's either that we die here or we die later.
I don't know.
Underdark is a place of short lives. My city has already been destroyed. I have nothing to go back to. Sereth, I believe, has nothing to go back to, and now Stool's about to lose his home. I say that we just go in there and do what we can.
Why do we do what we can? I feel good about this. This is the most at home I think I've ever felt.
Could it be because of your infection? From the infestation?
What are you talking about? Infection.
You have been picking at it quite a bit.
It's possible that it's altering your mind in some way. As with a lot of the incidents going on.
Energy. So much energy. I could have so much power.
Unlimited power!
It could be mine. I will rule with a fungal hand. Okay,
So-
but seriously, you guys, what are we gonna do?
I say we destroy the entity in any way we can. And he looks at the stool. I know this is your home, but this is most likely destroying this entity. Will be our best bet to saving the Underdog from a infestation of bad fungals. Not good fungals like yourself.
We're talking to Stool right now about how he's a good fungal, and these are bad fungals that we're dealing with.
That's adorable.
So,
Like-
Stool, what is his take on all of this? How is he feeling? Is he still...
I mean, he's
Because
definitely
he has... Sorry.
he's definitely like willing to do it, but it will require a check on his part.
Okay.
Has he said anything about feeling anything from Aramikos in terms of any kind of... Because it doesn't even seem to have, like, emotions or a will. It's just, like, a being, and it has power. I don't...
He doesn't know much about it either. That's kind of how he interacts with it as well. He doesn't honestly know. He does tell you that when he shapeshifts, he's using almost like a memory of a mushroom that has been in the presence of this creature that he's transforming into.
Yeah.
But
So he has, like, the collective memories of...
and not only that, somehow he also is able to use some sort of druidic magic because of his connection to Aram Mykos. It's a very odd. That's the only direct connection, direct influence that it seems to have over him. Nothing else.
Yeah.
But it
Okay.
apparently is able to do work through him. Apparent at the Myconid slave he now has. Who is still following you guys wordlessly.
Creepy.
Very creepy.
Is Ron still real pumped up for this?
Yeah, he's doing some stretches.
As we're moving, I'm going to do a new thing.
A new thing?
I'm
Tell
going
us what
to
this
use
thing is.
Strength of Mind, and I'm going to replace my proficiency with Intelligence saving throws with a proficiency for Dexterity saving throws,
Okay.
so I don't get spored.
Noted.
Actually, I'll do Constitution, because the poison is the bad part of them.
I'm not gonna say anything, but I think that's a good idea.
I'm
All
already
right.
infected.
What else do you guys do?
Ron, keep your cool. You're not gonna, like, start attacking the wrong people or anything because, right?
Give me a moment. You know, also notice that while he's stretching, he's also sort of like itching. You notice that he's sort of trying to like scratch under his chin, trying to get under his clothes.
Oh shit. Is there boils on his chin too?
Can't see.
Why are you itching? You're itch.
Oh, I'm itchy.
I don't like this.
I don't like you.
Fine. Fair.
I mean, he tells it like it is.
Okay,
I mean,
at
you're
least
great with magic, but on a personal basis, we're just having problems, all right?
got you. Okay, I'm still not quite convinced that we need to stop this wedding. I feel like it would be pretty cool to have all of this, but we might as well go to the rehearsal.
Okay. We're going
Yes,
to
ma'am.
sort of hold off on whether Stool does go and do the thing.
Yeah.
But I
Get to
will
sit.
I will tell you guys what you see inside the tower. You see the tower base, the room just in front of you is lavish. It has pews, it has an altar, it all of them carved out of mushroom flesh. And it is yeah. It looks very bouncy and unsavory, and the stench of like constant decay is just
Thank God I don't have a nose.
I know, right? But most striking of all, you see various tall creatures. They're not Myconids. They wear veils. And then you realize it's actually their hair draped in front of their faces, covered in several curling stalks of mushrooms, all of them glowing a bright orange. And you see over here, waiting, as a dress is being laid out along behind her, a woman. A tall woman. Frighteningly tall. And she... unfortunately, I'll have to get the stream to make sure they can see her. Because I got to let them see her. You see a gorgeous woman. Sereth, she is incredibly, absolutely the most beautiful thing you've ever seen. And she is being attended to by these attendants, the dress being carefully maintained, various mushrooms being woven into this thick, coarse fabric. And the woman herself is made of some strange material that you can't quite place. But you see that she turns her head just sharply towards you, and then a long smile creeps slowly across her face, wide on her sharp features. And Sarah, you feel a buzzing in your head as the Queen of Decay, the one you know as Zagatamoy. Ooh, she's right there.
Uh-oh.
She's right there on the plane that you know as your only home. The Demon Queen of Fungi. Grazalax, this is bad news. And
Yeah,
that's...
because it's a demon walking around.
It's a prince of the abyss. We're just right there, and that's where we're gonna end the session.
Oh, gorgeous Prince of the Abyss!
Yeah, no, she's ready for a wedding.
Go get married, Queen.
She's
Yes,
gonna
Queen!
she's gonna slay.
No!
She's gonna slay.
She's gonna slay us all!
Oh man!
Like I flay mines, she slays everything else.
Mhm.
I feel like Sarah at this point will just be like, yes, Queen, just slay us all. I don't care.
Oh, that's so kind of you.
You know.
You know?
You know. But that's where we're gonna end the session. My goodness. Thoughts, prayers, anything of that sort.
Please.
Oh man.
Shit.
Well,
We gotta blow up this tower. It's like a Sith.
I mean, can you?
I'm sure I could find something.
We have 2 mystics. We could do anything.
Yeah, we'll just high five each other mentally, and then pick up the tower and drop it.
Oh, of course. With
With our-
your minds together, anything is possible. Of course.
When we combine our 2 mystic powers.
We become
Oh no
Oh.
way!
a fish squid.
Alright, so here's what we're gonna do. My good pal Bubbernut is playing some World of Darkness.
I love Bubbernut.
I know. We're going to go ahead and give Bubbernut some love, guys. Since this is a night with which we can take this knowledge and run away with it and never come back. Oh man. We're going to give our good friend Bubbernut a raid because he honestly deserves it. So,
It's true.
let's make sure that we send him some love from the Possum Posse. Yep, that's us. And let's bring down the forefront to him, okay? We're very pleased that we got through that big combat scenario. We'll see what happens next time, but for now, I'd just like you all to have a splendid, magnificent evening. And I truly wish that you all do well this week. We'll see you Sunday with Festival of Colors, and as usual, we do have our Tuesdays and Thursday Mouse Guard games if you'd like to play those and come watch or something like that. But until then, we'll leave this as it is, and we wish you guys a most exceptionally pleasant evening. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Boy.